Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. So it is patch day, which means we have access to the Undying Hunter Fawkes, which is a Graveborn hero. Want to do some summons in here. And of course, this is also going to give us access to the discounted summons as well as the free 50 time emblems in here. This is huge. I love the new heroes. I love that they actually added this. If you remember when the Awakened heroes came out, it was incredibly difficult to summon them. And now it seems like at a point, they're pretty much right on par with the regular heroes. If you're getting time emblems out of all the events, all the different things we can do in the shop, and then buying it daily, they're not super difficult to have access to getting these actual heroes anymore. So I want to hop in here. I want to summon for Fawkes because this is the YouTube account. This is the pay to win account. And this is where, of course, we do spend a lot of time and effort in here. We're already into chapter 75. And I believe in totality, we have, I think right here, 648. So we should have plenty of time emblems. Now, the percentage before used to be 2% to actually get the Awakened heroes within the Temple of Time. Years ago, now they changed it to 2.5%. So that 0.5% does make it a lot easier to get the heroes itself. Then, of course, once we do have them up to that ascended level, then we can move them over to the Stargazer room and we can actually summon them. And as you can see, some players have already summoned Fawkes in here. So let's go ahead, pop them in here with those discounted summons and see what the rates look like this morning. You can see again on the top, Envidio, which is of course #1 priority, but Fawkes in here. Now the question that I got is, knowing that he is about 10 seconds delayed into combat, it's going to be questionable exactly where he's used. But the other thing to note is AFK Arena has solidified or told us that Fawkes cannot receive the buffs of the support heroes until he actually enters the battle. So again, we're going to have to see exactly what that looks like with the entering of the battle and how it is kind of delayed. Now in here, we can also get the other big thing is getting some of the materials for the Ghoulish Gallery. It is always very hard to pull and go through and do the summons within the Ghoulish Gallery. And of course, on release day, it usually takes a while to get a couple copies, but there is the first copies. And when you look at him visually, this is amazing. It is very cool. And you'll notice they actually got rid of this, the other little free diamonds we get out of there, out of the, I forget the little picture. But he is probably one of the coolest design heroes that I have seen. I love how he looks. And I know it's kind of a little bit how he was before, but the coloring of it definitely makes it well worth it. We also have a chance to get those 3,000 diamonds. So that is copy #1. Now with the Awakened heroes, because they do start at legendary, we do need 3 copies each time to actually build them up in the entirety. And of course, all of the additional resources that we're pulling out of here is going to give us access to continue the push for gaining levels on our YouTube account. We're really trying to move. So there is copy #2, just another single right there. We need, and look at that, back-to-back copies, guys. That is #3 right there. So that takes Legendary Fawkes up to Legendary Plus, meaning we need 3 more copies to go up to Mythic. Anytime that we can get lucky with a double or even those back-to-back pulls, that is just absolutely awesome to see. Also picking up a couple of faction cards, which I just burned through them last time we did this. And there we go. So there is another copy. Again, just another single. 2 more to get him up to Mythic. And another back-to-back pull on that one, guys. Boom. 1 more to Mythic. That is a way to save a lot of cards in here. There's a Mauler card right there. Still haven't seen the diamonds. Come on, even with the viewer summons, it took a long time, and we still never seen those pulls. So there we go, another copy. So that takes them up to Mythic. 3 more for Mythic Plus as we continue this push. And unfortunately, that was not a back-to-back Primordial and Amplifying Emblems. We are going to have a crazy amount of them. And there we go. Just another single, but that takes us 2 copies needed. Another Tear Stone right there. Got a lot of them sitting in the bank. And I want to see those diamonds pop up. Love to see that little red chest. All right, so another pull right there. Again, another single. So we need 1 more, and that will be up to Mythic Plus. And hopefully it's not going to be another 50 cards. More diamonds, more gear, more red chests. Should be the next one based on the count. And there it is. All right, so just another single. Let's build him up a little bit because that should be up to Mythic Plus already. Look at all these copies. Again, he is so cool looking, guys. I'm pretty impressed with the dev team for building him out the way that they did. Question is, who is going to be the next Wilder, if it's going to be a Wilder? I mean, with the change of a light bearer going over to the Greyborn side, they opened up the door and really Pandora's box to build and change whatever factions they want with whatever heroes they see fit, just making the story kind of work in there. What do we got left? 290. We need 3 copies, and that will be to that ascended level. See if we can get pretty lucky in here. That burned through a lot of our time emblems. Come on. All right, there we go. That'd be a double, just another single right there. But that means we need 2 more copies, and that will take them up to that ascended level. There's one of the 2. All right, one more. Just need 1 single copy. I think we're running about 500 cards in here to actually build them out. More red chests. And there it is, guys. Boom, just another single, but that will take him up to ascended. Let's go ahead and finish those 3 copies out. Now remember, with the Awakened Heroes as well, getting them built up. So what we mean by that is getting the SI 30 plus 30 signature item, the 9 of 9 furniture, the 60 engraving will give you the ability to actually unlock everything else that the hero has. It's super, super imperative that you do build them out just because of the skills and abilities that are locked. So right here, Fawkes, this is kind of the drawback to this. We're in the Stargazer room, but we only need 3 copies of him, and that will be maxed out in the, or getting him to 1 star to get the engraving. And there's some gear for him right there. And I don't want to burn through all of these Stargazer scrolls. And there's our first copy. So 1 copy down. We need 2 more. Got some more cards, got some more gear. A lot of gear for the Ghoulish Gallery. A lot of those relics. Come on, where is copy number 2? Boom, there's number 2. 1 more, and Fawkes will be done. Now, we only build them to the 1 star. The reason being, guys, just the sheer cost of these heroes, building up any further and not knowing exactly where the utility of the hero is going to fall as of right now. But there is the final copy to build them up. Not too bad overall on the summons. Going to be interesting to see what the rate is, but boom, there is our legendary. Let's drop over, and there is, or excuse me, yeah, legendary plus. There is the ascended with the 1 star. That is going to unlock the engraving. Like I had said earlier, when it comes to building out these heroes, it's imperative that you do build them out and you unlock it for the Awakened Heroes for the skills and abilities they possess. Now in here, I know we have a lot of slots that are available. Even have the Awakened version of Aziz in here. Skylin is in here. Got to build some more copies of Begress. There is Fawkes, guys. Need some furniture for him. Now for this account, furniture has been just absolutely killing me. We have so many heroes, and there we go. So there is the casket. So there's the primordial emblems. There's the amplifying emblems. Red chest. We are sitting just at 1,000. We're going to use those death emblems. That takes us to a plus 30. The engraving, we're going to do the exact same. Rapid strength up to that 30. Boom, there it is. Rapid strength up to that 60. Boom, there it is. Now we can unlock all of those. Then we need furniture. So we are absolutely going to have to drop some furniture on there. So let's hop over to the Oak Inn. But like I was saying earlier with furniture, there are a incredible amount of heroes that we need furniture for. I only have 55,000 Poke coins. I wish Little Slayer would let me borrow another 1,000,000 Poke coins over here just so we could get this all caught up with furniture. Go ahead and open the rest of the room. Not too worried about using our 180 diamonds. And there we go. So Fawkes is joined in here. All right, so the workshop, I recommended we'll go ahead and drop Fawkes in the bottom. All right, now wish list wise, we definitely have to drop them in here. As you can see, we don't have any cards, but looking at the heroes, so we finally got the Awakened version of Scrath built up. So I'm going to replace Scrath with getting Fawkes. But you can see, I mean, we need Begress in here absolutely with furniture. We need Selena with furniture. We need Garok with furniture. There are a lot of heroes in here that we still do need to build and develop furniture for. This is the reason why, like I said, we need a lot of Pokecoins in here. And there's a copy for Marseille. Even some of these other heroes we are building out in the entirety, but I'm going to have to start farming up or getting some additional Pokecoins. A couple copies for Marseille. Back-to-back furniture. There's a copy for Envy. 2 heroes we really don't need any more of the furniture for. Copy of Sun Jin Woo. And just like we did with Scrath, we're going to try to build out all the furniture based on Fawkes. So there's another copy for Kalmar, which she's one we could actually drop out as well. We don't need to build her up or continue to build up any of the furniture in there. Sun Jin Woo, but again, Fawkes is going to be the priority that we're looking for in here. There's a copy for Umbriel. He's another one, again, seeing him used in some places, but not too many. There's a copy for Begress. 2 cards on the table, which again, those are going to go to Fawkes. Go ahead to optimize. Boom. Got some of the bonus furniture with strengthening the furniture. Envy is, I believe, almost done, guys. We are starting to build this furniture up. Same with Marseille. Marseille already has a whole stack of max furniture. That maxes that one out. And what is the bonus here? Tenacity. Crowd control on there might not be too bad. Then I'm going to have to see in here what we're looking, because we have a combination. We have attack rating, which could definitely help a lot in there. We have magical pierce, so upping the damage in there. Then the third one gives us haste. I'm going to do haste, guys. We know how absolute imperative haste is within heroes in AFK Arena. Sun Jin Woo and a couple, so that takes 7 right there, takes Begress to 2. And again, we are going to focus on and build out Fawkes. Maybe we can get lucky with another pull. So no attributes have changed. Let's recycle with what we got. Yep, another 2,600. One more pull, and we're not even that close, but this could be Fawkes, guys. It is. Envy again. Oh, one more piece for Envy. Again, nothing changes in there. We need Pokecoins like crazy in here. But a little bit stronger for Envy. Now, again, these 2 are going to go ahead, and we're going to utilize Fawkes. Trying to build up this furniture as soon as we can. Again, unlocking the 3 of 9, getting that 9 of 9. Boom, takes him to 2 and 2 right there with Celine. Cycle everything else, and that's it. We are waiting for Pokecoins, guys. So absolutely wanted to build him out and excited to see where he's going to be and how well he's going to do. Where does that drop him? Right here, guys. We're going to have to see if we're going to take him to a plus 40, if we're going to add some more on there. Equipping gear, we're going to have to build out some of this Greyborn. Oh, that's right. He's a mage. I almost forgot he was a mage. Now, in here, we do have those tier chests that we get. These are what I've been using for a considerable amount of time. Right here, we have the tier 2 chests. We can actually go through, and where is Fawkes? There he is. We get him a tier 2 weapon. So this, we don't even have to worry about the stones, and this is why, honestly, we've been saving or having so many of those stones. We can just go through here and build him out an entire furniture or entire gear set, making it super easy, getting the tier 2, tier 3, and then eventually the tier 4, which again, I think we have more than enough stones to build anything we need in here. But as a damage dealer, gear is going to be very important to make sure that we are maxing them out. Yeah, 16 million gold to max this out. Now, of course, with players have been spending so much into buying baits in the shop. I know gold is a commodity now that for years and years and years in AFK Arena, we never cared about gold because we always had so much. And now it's to the point where we need gold, and we need gold for a lot of different things in here. But that ups his magical pierce. Adding some more attack percentage in here. And of course, crit damage amplification. Protection wise, get some physical and magic resistance, crit block rating. And then the boots, which are crit and tenacity. There we go, guys. There is the tier 4. Now, of course, in here, we're going to have to see if it's captive wings. We're going to have to see which one we're going to have to build out of here, just based on the hero, if it's going to be magical pierce that we're using in here, if it's going to be attack. But there is Fawkes. Again, we're just going to have to get some furniture on there to build him up in the entirety. But pretty impressed with the hero overall. Let's see exactly where he falls kind of on the list or the build when we go to Greyborn. So he's almost to the top. So again, that's the power creep, guys. As the combat rating kind of gets higher and faster with all of these new release heroes, adding on the furniture in there is going to really make a big difference. And if he's a damage dealer, we are going to kind of overbuild him with that furniture. But guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.